There's some weather happening. It's like a hurricane out there. And I grew up in Florida. I know what hurricanes are like. Good morning, everybody. It's a little foggy out there this morning. The sun is kind of trying to come out from behind the mist, but it's not there yet. Behind me are really big mountains. We might see them before we leave this morning. There's the sun and my mountains. That didn't take any time at all for the sun to come out, just in the time to make my coffee, and we can see the mountains again. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Katie. That's my Jeep. I can't see. And I'm on a pretty massive road trip from Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwest Territories to Ushuaia in Argentina. I've already reached the first goal of getting to Tuktoyaktuk, and now I'm headed south. But I'm still really far north. I'm driving the Cassiar Highway down British Columbia. Alaska, Yukon, Northwest Territories, British Columbia, and Alberta. And we are right now in northern British Columbia. And the Cassiar Highway comes down the east side of British Columbia. And we are about 120 kilometers down the highway. I need to wax the zipper on that thing. I've got to put it on my list of things to get when I go to the store next time, because the zipper keeps on getting more and more difficult. I think it's time we got this show on the road. Aurora Har. Mosquito. Got him. I just stopped right down the road from my campsite because there's a litter barrel and I needed to throw my trash away. But look at the beautiful reflections on the lake this morning. This is the lake we were camped by, Pinetree Lake, and it's just gorgeous right by the trash can. In general, Canada is really good about providing trash cans so that everything stays very clean. It's really handy when you're camping on the road and, you know, every 50K or so, there's a place to throw your trash away. And they're often at really pretty overlooks and such. So I've been just driving along and looking at the beautiful scenery, and then after a while thinking, wow, this looks kind of familiar. I've been headed north for like 30 minutes out of my camp spot instead of south. I've turned around and am going the correct direction now. That's what I get for starting my day before I had all my coffee. Let's head south. The mountains are starting to get a lot lower as we get south, but they are going to get big again. But this road is just lake after lake after lake, and I keep looking for moose, and I haven't seen any moose, and it seems like perfect moose habitat. Where are the moose? We are here at the Rabid Grizzly Rest Area, and Dease Lake is right next to us. We're going to walk over there and see if we can see it. But you can see where we started up there. We haven't made it terribly far because there's a long way to go. Let's see if we can see the lake. I don't think I can. Oh, here's a sort of a trail. There's stairs, but let's try it. These stairs don't look like they go all the way down to the lake, but let's see. Well, that's steep. You can sort of see Dease Lake through the trees, sort of. Hopefully we'll get a better viewing spot of the lake down the road, because this wasn't it. Just about 50 meters down the road, we've got a nice little view of Dease Lake. Dease Lake is a big lake. I haven't seen much of it because there's trees, there's a wall of trees, but it's a big lake. We've been driving by it for a while, and I believe there should be a gas station up here pretty soon, and I will top off the tank. I've still got 3/4 of a tank, but I am topping up at every opportunity on this road because you just never know whether there's actually going to be gas at the gas stations, and they're far apart. It's actually a Petro-Canada. This is the first Petro-Canada branded gas station I have seen in a lot of miles. I have a full tank of gas, and I got a snack. Nothing super exciting, just one of those adult Lunchables. And it's time to continue our way down the road. I think we're gonna see a lot of forest today. We are going up a mountain pass, so maybe we will see mountains as well. And I did just pass a sign that said caribou the next 30 kilometers. I think it's too early in the year for the caribou to actually be here, but keeping my eyes peeled anyway. This is the summit of Gnat Pass, and it's pretty nice. We are in the mountains. Let me show you guys. And there's mountains over there, but you can't see them that well from here. It looks like a postcard. Just beautiful. Especially with the way the light is right now, being filtered through storm clouds. I do think we're gonna encounter some rain today, based on what the sky looks like. And just like that, here comes the rain. road has turned to dirt as we're climbing up this little pass. And I mean, I've climbed a lot of passes in this Jeep, but I still get really excited to see what's on the other side. But hopefully there's something good to see on the other side. That was a brief but very nice view of the mountains that we're headed into. It's probably going to be a little while before we see them again, especially since it's getting more and more cloudy. There's a little bit of weather happening, but this is my campsite. I think it's pretty awesome. It is a paid campsite, obviously, but I need to recharge my power stations. So we're paying for the campsite, and it is really starting to spit rain now. So I'm gonna hurry up real quick and get set up. Okay. The rain's really coming down now, but I have battened the hatches and I'm hopping in the Jeep. There's some weather happening. It's like a hurricane out there. And I grew up in Florida. I know what hurricanes are like. And it's like a hurricane. But I am snug and warm in the Jeep. I've got the power stations charging. And I mean, I'm not going out and doing anything. Whatever food I'm going to eat is whatever I have in my fridge, because I can reach that from in here and not have to go out there. And I think that's it for today. And let's hope for a little better weather tomorrow. We'll see you in the morning. It has finally calmed down overnight. The storm was raging for a long time, and I found that very pleasant. It was very pleasant to be snug in the Jeep with just a tempest outside. That's probably a result of growing up in Florida. Storms all the time. I found it rather comforting. So we're gonna go outside. It's still very foggy and misty, and I don't see any evidence that the sun is going to be wanting to make an appearance anytime soon. But it's at least pleasant to be outside right now. I do have my jacket and my gloves, but it's nice. And my coffee's done. I'm sorry, I don't have anything good. I don't have anything good at all. Yeah, just bread. It sucks. It's not that good. You wanna? Oh, you like that? Oh, I'm sorry. It scares you that I tossed it at you. You don't know that game. Hi. Are you a good puppy? Yeah, you're good, but you're a little skittish. Yeah, he's a good puppy. You gonna hang out with us? Yeah. Here, I actually bring it over to you instead of tossing it at you. There you go. There you go. Breakfast this morning is oatmeal because it just feels like an oatmeal kind of morning. I gotta make my seat sittable. I don't need my big jacket on now. Probably should have taken that off before I got in the car. It's the kind of day for a heated seat. I'm as ready as I can be. Let's go. Aurora Har. Of course, we are continuing to head south, and the goal is to reach Stewart, British Columbia. And there's some cool stuff near Stewart, British Columbia. We're not going to do the cool stuff today. We're just going to get there and hopefully see something. I don't know. The sun has not come out and it's getting quite a bit later in the morning, so chances are slim that we're going to see anything today. What is this big, beautiful lake ahead of us? There is a lot of traffic on this road today. A lot of heavy truck traffic along with the RVs and overlanding rigs. I mean, it's not heavy traffic. It's like a vehicle every 15 minutes or so, but it's more traffic than I've had. I'm pulling over a lot to get out of people's way because I'm puttering along. There are some honest to goodness blue skies happening right now. It's almost noon and the sun has finally come out. This is a cool little lodge. We're stopping for some gas. A couple of helicopters just landed over there. This place is great. I assume there's a Bell 1 lodge somewhere since this is Bell 2. But they have a restaurant and the food actually looked really amazing, but it was pretty expensive. And they do heli-skiing here, which is just astounding because these mountains are really steep. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. At every rest area, there's these nice little maps. We have come down from the Alaska Highway and are pretty far down now. We are right here at Meehan Lake. Maybe it's pronounced Mehan? I don't know. Either way, it's a gorgeous little lake. And there's been about 1,000 waterfalls, but I can't stop. And they come by too fast for me to even get my camera out the side window. So, you'll just have to use your imagination. This is beautiful country. The big, big mountains are finally coming into sight. They're still a bit of a ways away, but I can see them now. There are some seriously cool glaciers happening on the mountains behind me, but I can't see them from the road because of all the trees, and I tried to send the drone up and it was like, no, it's way too windy. But cool glaciers. We're gonna see some more glaciers, but I like to stop at every one that I see because they're cool. We are gonna see more glaciers, but I just got excited to see my first glaciers on this road. Where did I put my keys? Keys. The change in the landscape is a very good indicator that we have left the interior and the north, the far north, and entered the Pacific Northwest. Gone are the spruce trees, and now we're seeing cedars and hemlocks and extremely dense vegetation and moss clinging to all the vertical rocks. It's beautiful. We have reached Stewart, British Columbia, and I will be exploring this little town in a future video, but today we are getting to a camp spot because I've been driving all day long, and our camp spot happens to be in Alaska, not Canada. We're gonna bypass Stewart today, but hit it on our way back. Stewart looks like a really cute town, and I definitely want to come back and explore it. Looks like there might be some good little restaurants. Good place to get a sandwich. Looks like we head outside of Stewart for a little while before we get to Hyder, Alaska. We are entering Hyder, Alaska, and there's no immigration stop to come into Hyder. There is to get out. So if you wanna get back to Canada, you need to have a passport. And another little town to explore, but we gotta get to our campsite. Potential campsite. I found this campsite on iOverlander, and it's on the Salmon River tidal flats, so it connects to the ocean. So you have to pay attention to the tide times and the phases of the moon to make sure it's not going to be a really big tide, and we should be okay. This is going to be a good camp spot if it doesn't flood. This road is pretty elevated and very straight. I have the feeling this is probably an old railroad grade. It's really straight. And yeah, as high up, as I look down over the edge, high up as a typical railroad. I have the feeling there's a much easier way to get back here than what I took, because there's an earth roamer, there's a little teardrop trailer. And here's a good camp spot. I do have a little bit of company. There's an earth roamer thing over there. There's somebody's teardrop trailer right there. But I got a pretty good spot. I see all these puddles, puddle, puddle, puddle. And I don't know if that's rain or tide. But what an insanely cool spot. Mountains on every side. And waterfall, waterfall, waterfall. Snowy mountain back there. I'm not setting up camp in case I have to skedaddle real quick because of the tides. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for wildlife and have some cheese or something for dinner. Cheese and bread. And all I'm doing for setting up camp is putting my mosquito nets on my windows. Because there are mosquitoes. That's my quick and dirty, super easy camp setup. I just put my mosquito nets on the windows and throw a mosquito net over the back. All I need to do tonight is keep out the mosquitoes. And when I go to sleep, I'll actually close up because there's grizzlies in the area. I've been hearing eagles as I was getting set up, but I haven't seen any. They make this little twittering sound that sounds very not majestic and sounds like it comes out of a much smaller bird. But there's eagles here somewhere. And y'all, I think that's it for today. I have been driving a long, long way for a lot of hours, much more than I usually do to get here. And I have some, hopefully, great adventures planned for tomorrow, but that's for another day. And I want to thank all of you for coming along with me. If you like this video and you made it this far through, hit the subscribe button. It costs nothing and it really does help. We'll see you down the road. And it looks like I might have another neighbor. A bunch more people have showed up, one of whom is camped like 10 feet from me. C'est la vie.